Hey guys, Jenna here. Welcome to my channel where I take you on tours of tiny and unique homes. Today we're taking a tour of Rachel's ambulance conversion, which she lovingly calls the Glambo. This home on wheels features ample storage, a large shower, and artistic touches that create a personalized space, allowing her to live comfortably on the road. Rachel highlights the unique challenges of an ambulance conversion, her motivations for taking on such a demanding build, and reflects on how it has redefined her idea of happiness. If you like videos like this, where we showcase people living alternatively and take you on tours of unique homes, make sure that you subscribe and hit that notification bell so that you know every single time we publish a new video.
Hey everyone, I'm Rachel, this is Thomas, welcome to the Glambo. Before living nomadically, I realized how much I was living for work and basing a lot of my value and my happiness in work. Not being able to really leave and travel got to me pretty quickly. I've always had like crazy ideas. I wanted to challenge myself. I was like, could I really do this? Could I do this? Could I do this? Could I do this for months? And then finally I was like, I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna do it. I don't care how hard it is. I'm gonna figure it out. Ambulances have a lifespan of 10 years typically in their jurisdiction. It's a 2006, it ended its career in 2016, and then it was a plumber truck. It still looked like an ambulance. It had a lot of the equipment still. There was so much stuff. It took me 3 months to gut this out. And then I started the build process by myself because my dad was like, don't bring that thing to my house. And turns out I didn't have the skills that I thought I had. I don't know. So after calling my dad crying so many times, finally he was like, all right, bring it over. Which started the next chapter of finishing the build. The rig cost with shipping about $14,000. Total after buying the rig, doing the build out, and then doing some rebuilds, I would say I'm between 20 to 25 grand. I've been living on the road full time for about 6 months. I'm very grateful to my dad because it's something he didn't want to undertake, and he did because I asked him to. I know how privileged I am to not only have his help but have him as the foundation of this. I wouldn't be here if it weren't for him and not living how I want to live. Welcome to the outside of the Glambo. She is a 2006 Chevy Kodiak C4500. The exterior length is about 24 feet. The box width is about 8 feet. I haven't gotten her professionally weighed yet, but I'm guessing she's about 14 or 15,000 pounds. Driving this has its pros and cons. On the highway, it's decent. I need some suspension work. Max speed is maybe 65, but I think you learn in this journey to go slower. Dirt roads, it's a lot harder just because it is such a heavy rig and it's an ambulance. It's not an off-road vehicle, so it's not exactly fun, but we get places. We got here, and that's what counts. The engine is a 6.6 liter Duramax. I think it's a V8. The mileage I get is garbage. It's not great. I would say 10 to 12. You can take a look at the engine. I don't know a lot, but it looks cool. Holy shit, tons of dust, oh my God. One of the reasons why I wanted this and I was so drawn to it is because of the front end. It's just so cool, it's so beefy. I feel extremely safe in it. When I'm driving, I think people fear me. The top was always white and then it was ambulance red. But it's not really my color, I'm more of a teal gal. Don't call it green. A question I get almost every day is about the horn. Does it work? No, but that doesn't mean it can't work. When I was building this out, we just cut a lot of the wires, so I'm sure it's just a cut wire that I need to get done and rewired, but the wiring is extremely overwhelming and probably one of the hardest things when you get an ambulance. It's very daunting, but once you get past that, I think you're smooth sailing. So the lights, most of them work. The ones that I need to be street legal definitely work. Some of them break a lot, like this one. You know, that's just what happens when you live on the road. Lots of turbulence. The back is lifted by airbags. You'll probably tell that it's low to the ground. That's just what happens with airbags. Over time, they deflate after like 24 hours, and then you have the compressor inside to lift them up when you're ready to drive. A huge part of why people are drawn to ambulances is the storage. A lot of people in vans will put like their plumbing and their electrical inside, but lucky for me, I have all that outside. Last year I upgraded, finally got lithium batteries. I would say one of my biggest tips for people is save up, go with lithium batteries. It's worth it. I swear they last for, what, 10 years? And a pure sine wave inverter. That changed my life. So I have 400 amp hours of lithium battery, and then I have a 3000 watt pure sine wave inverter. On the roof I have 1065 watts. My entire roof is solar panels. So ideally I want to work remotely. I've done that throughout my career, so I wanted to not have to worry about power. So the only thing I would probably upgrade is maybe a little bit more battery if I wanted to include AC in my rig. I would have a perfect spot in the front above the cab to add a mini split. It's just, they suck a lot of power. So this one is my plumbing, which is still kind of under construction. I'm so sorry. I've upgraded a lot of things in the last 2 years. I used to have portable gray tanks. That was such a pain in the ass for me to have to take these heavy ass gallons, remove them, dump them, and then put them back. So I finally got a gray tank. What I ended up going with for the water heater is a 7-gallon unit. It's probably a little bit too big for what I need. I only use it for my shower. So next time I might exchange it for a 4-gallon, but for now it works. But you can have a good visual of what this looks like as a 7-gallon. This is my dad being a smart ass. And I've emptied it, and then it kind of messes with the pump. So he was like, all right, Rachel, because I'm a child, I guess. So this is just a cool exterior drawer that I have. It's a lot of tools, spray paint, and then beyond this is like where my kitchen is. So a lot of the interior is built around the exterior storage. A huge feature of the Glambo, the exterior of the Glambo, are my mini lights. These 3 holes that you see were ambulance lights, and I didn't want to keep that. I wanted to remove as much ambulance as possible. So I just removed the lights and turned them into little windows. So I have a ton of light inside, and then I, trimmed them out, made them look all glam, and I love them. Plus they're great for Tom. All right, so now we can take a look at the back doors and the come on! Oh! This is what everyone calls the garage. We've got a lot of storage back here. I could definitely utilize this a lot better, but I'm still, again, new on the road. So I should get a screen. If you want to send me a screen. I don't know what happened here. Things fall in cracks and crevices in a van, and I don't remember this happening, so that's nice. Oh! Hey, welcome to the Glambo, where there's shit everywhere. All right, come on in. Welcome to the inside of the Glambo. She's been through several renovations, and I finally have a version that I absolutely love. When I wanted to do this, I wanted something that was really homey and open, and I think I've kind of nailed it. I have that square box that allows a very open ceiling. It's about 6'1" inside, which is fine because I'm a short 5'3", so I've got plenty of headspace. And now I have a couch. I have all of this space and a tiny bed. So I think the standard interior of like a van is about 6 feet, and for me I have about 8. So I was able to squeeze my bed in here. I think a twin is 6 feet long. I don't know, don't quote me on that. But then the storage box is my closet, so that's about 2 feet. So I've got 8 feet of width in here, which allows for a big open space. This black space you see here was a door to exterior storage. So there was a box starting here that ended here, and that was about yay high. So we had to cut all of that aluminum to make room for the bed. I've always had a twin mattress just to utilize as much space as possible. We did have to cut it a little bit. I wish it was bigger, but you know, you gotta pick your battles. It does the trick, got storage underneath. So I have always been a crafter and a bit of an artiste. I had to sell most of my supplies while getting ready for this lifestyle just because, one, you can't really fit a whole bunch of canvas and paints. But I enjoy having a hobby, especially if it's artistic. So this tree painting I painted probably 10 years ago, and I've just held on to it because I love it. I realized while living in the rig that I needed it to be more personalized. So I was Googling some ideas, and this block project came up, and I was like, oh, that seems like a challenge. And it was. It was. Let's just say it's not made for mobile rigs, and the pieces over the last 5 months have just slowly broken off as I've been driving. It's pretty humorous, but I redid it just for you guys, and I just remembered how great it looks, and it's pretty sick. If you want one, $1,000 is probably enough. So this space is really cool. So this is a full closet, but it's really nice. I've got 2 rows of clothes. I probably don't need all of it, but it's nice having the option when you're surrounded by the elements and the weather is crazy every day. I watch TV, you know, I get into shows, watch new movies, and I use my laptop a lot, but I also wanted a bigger option for like a movie night. So I do have a projector and a projector screen. So this just comes down, and then I have my projector up here, which is portable, so I can just take it and hooks onto here. So when I got the ambulance, this was a seat. Obviously it did not look as pretty as this. It was an ambulance. But I think this is where a lot of the paramedics sat and worked on their patient, which is so wild to think of in this environment. Now I have all this room to chill. So we built on top of the couch that was here, the couch. It's on top of the wheel well, so it was kind of an awkward area that would be perfect for a love seat. So I just got a cushion, cut it in half, and then got some cushion covers. It's perfect. I don't need anything more. These are just basic pre-made Home Depot cabinets that I painted, and it's great for clothes. I've got storage galore in here. So I have this huge cabinet which I, dirty clothes and clutter. And then I have Tom's litter box that I can just pull out, clean, and then close it up. There's a little door here, and it works perfectly. The refrigerator is on its last leg. It was great to start. It was like $150. I knew I didn't want a chest freezer because I didn't want to spend $1,000. So this was a perfect option. I have so much room. And then of course, strap everything down, folks. Everything needs to be tied down. This has fallen from here to the floor before, and it still works. I'd probably just maybe upgrade a little bit to get a better quality fridge, but definitely this size has been great. Cabinet. And then I still have 2 drawers, and it's plenty. This is my pantry. So I got one of these like craft storage things that are usually on wheels. Cut the wheels off and put drawer slides, and it comes off. A lot of this custom cabinetry is all thanks to my father. This is not a humidifier. People often think when they walk in, they're like, what's going on here? It's Tom's fountain. I love him a lot, and I try to give him the best life. He often won't use it still. If the faucet's running, he's like, yes. Or he'll sit here and meow at me until I turn on the faucet, which is great for water consumption. Tom loves running water. Anytime I fill up my tanks, I take him outside and he'll just go at it. He gets really wet, so I'm hoping that one day I can take him into like a river or something and turn him into a water cat. He'd be even more unique. This is my kitchen. I wanted it to be the space that people see when they walk in. So it needed to be artistic, visually appealing, and functional for me. So I kept with the metal theme. I've got the metal sink, and then I wanted a touch of metal as the backsplash. People love this. It's this peel and stick. But then also I couldn't afford a really expensive counter. So I got this, it's like a big piece of tile that we cut. My dad put a lot of cushion underneath so it won't crack, and we've bumped a lot, and it hasn't cracked, so it's pretty and unique. I have a lot of themes going on in here. One of them is hexagons and these honeycomb shaped dealies. Any blank surface, you need storage, whether it's shelves, cabinets, drawers. You'll see a lot of shelving in here. Is this the most functional storage I have? No, but it looks great. I did these myself. I painted them with the inside black, outside white, which I also wouldn't recommend. No white. Everything gets so dirty. When I get up close, I'm like, oh God. These arrows were leftover art pieces from my old apartment. I just kept some stuff to add to it, and it makes a cool little barrier. Right now we are at, I would say, the front of the box. Behind me is the shower that has a door to the cab. After I gutted it, this was all open. I didn't have like a separate space for the bathroom. So one of the first things we did when I got to my dad's was build this wall for privacy for the bathroom. So against the wall, it was just blank. So I was like, this is a waste of space. So I just made this shallow cupboard. Just got a bunch of stuff in it, a bunch of crap, and then a lot of vanity stuff up here. Another point of contention in van life is shower or no shower. And I was always of the opinion where, like, you know what, I don't want to have to go to a Planet Fitness considering how big my rig is and how much of a pain it is to drive it all the time. So I didn't want to like be parked on BLM land and be like, oh, I need a shower, I need to leave. So I wanted a bathroom, which I have. I have my black accent wall and then my gray water safe or waterproof, whatever you want to call it, vinyl tile. It was so easy. I did this myself. My dad did all the plumbing. Did I need this? Nope. But hey, this is the Glambo. The floor pan my dad sourced. I think it's an RV pan. We didn't have to cut it. I've got a freshwater tank that has 30 gallons, and most of that is just my sink and then my shower. So I can take about 2 showers a week. I would say it's like 5 gallons per shower if I'm quick and smart about it, and that'll last me a good week. I've got to fill up once a week. I started off with a DIY composting toilet. I think it was Johnny Compost, which is an awesome starter kit, but it's a bucket. So once I had a bit more income coming in, I knew I wanted to invest in a good toilet. And is $1,000 a little expensive? Maybe. It's where you poop. So you kind of want that to be nice. My mindset probably shifted the most doing this, which is what I was seeking. I was seeking a challenge within myself that wasn't work related. Seeking a happier mindset, a drama-free mindset, and just a peaceful sense of freedom. If you think it'll make you happy, do it. Be open and be ready for the challenge. Take a deep breath and go for it.
Thanks for watching this week's video. I hope you guys enjoyed it. Please make sure to like, share, and subscribe, and I will see you soon with another unique home tour.